as I shared with you in our team's group, we are in the company of a fantastic person. This is actually a Taylor's School of Media and Communication alumni, right? We are with Mr. Selva Ganapathy from the Grey Group Malaysia. It's an advertising agency which is international and known worldwide. He is currently a creative copywriter there. So he has worked with so many global projects. He has worked with World Wildlife Federation, Singapore. He's worked with, what do you call that? Carlsberg, right? And he is currently working for Volvo, right? He's on set right now, working on a campaign for them. He has also been involved in the nationwide jawatan kuasa khas jaminan akses bekalan vaksin COVID-19. So if you see all those what do you call it, billboards on the street, all these information about the safety of COVID-19 vaccines, I think you would little known fact that this is part of Mr. Selva's projects as well. Right, so I was very happy and honored to have you here. All right, if you can, so would we want to do a quick round of introduction. So I guess you guys know I'm Dr. Z. So Ms. Silva has asked everyone to switch on their cameras for a few minutes, okay, and then you can introduce yourself. Just tell us a little bit about where you are, what year you are from, if you are from any other faculties, and why you decide to take up creative copywriting for this semester. Okay, if everybody can do that, we can switch on your cameras for a bit. Let's do this for this session, if you can, because Mr. Selva would like to get to know you guys better. Right. Okay. Hi. Hi, Andrea. Long time no see. Vanessa. Okay, who wants to go first? I think Andrea has switched on a camera.
Sure. Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm in my final semester in my last year, and I'm doing broadcasting and also double major in business. So yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you.
All right. So we have Vanessa. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Vanessa and I'm actually an Indonesian student. Currently, I'm in my semester 4 of my Bachelor of Mass Communication specializing in advertising.
That's great. Well, what is it? Is part of your course, right? To take this advertising. All right, that's great. So, hi, Audrey. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. So I'm Audrey. I'm from Indonesia also, and I'm currently in my 4th semester of Bachelor of Mass Comm and Advertising also.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. How about the others though? Do I see pictures? Is it Yunzi? Are you on camera right now? Can you see? Because I only see 4 people on my screen at the moment. How about the rest? Yunzi, can you hear me? No, not yet. Anyone else would like to introduce themselves? There's Chen Hui. All very shy, huh? Pick up names. Okay, so it's Cayenne. Cayenne, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, hi, I'm Cayenne. I'm currently in my semester 5. I'm taking this module as a free elective. Yeah.
What are you majoring in, Cayenne?
I'm majoring in creative media.
Okay. Under the design school, is it?
Yeah, design school.
Okay. So we have one of those graphic grades in our company. All right, that's great. Thanks, Cayenne. Okay, anyone else would like to have a go? Daryl, are you there? Or Ellen? Because I see your picture here. Or Daryl or Ellen, whichever I want to come first.
Hi, my name is Ellen. I'm from Indonesia. Currently, I'm in digital marketing and analytics. I'm taking creative copywriting because I found out that I want to like try to know what is creative copywriting is about. So,
all right.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ellen.
Okay, Daryl, are you there? Sorry, just now I cut you off.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Daryl, and I am from creative media, and this is my fifth semester, and I'm taking creative copywriting as a free elective because I've always been interested in this subject.
All right, that's great. Sorry, I think someone replied earlier. I'm just double checking my chat. Okay, someone is saying something here. Oh, okay, Yunzi, cannot switch on. There's some connection problem. That's fine. Okay, so Cheng Wei, are you there?
Oh, hi.
Hello. All
Hi.
right. Introduce yourself to Mr. Selva and myself.
Oh, hi. I'm Chen Wei. I'm from event management. Yeah, so this module I take as free elective.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Cool.
right. All right. That's great. And we have Wei Chin. Wei Chin, are you there? Wei Chin. All right. Maybe we will skip that first. Oh, okay. Wei Chin is also saying something. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yunzi is saying. Okay, I'm reading out for you. It's on the chat. Yunzi is saying that he is in. He or she. I'm so sorry. I'm not entirely sure. Sem 5, you're in Bachelor of Business and Advertising as your minor. Okay, got it. All right. We have Ju Yi, Lee Ju Yi. Are you there?
Yes, hi, Miss. Hi,
Hi.
Miss. Hi, Selva.
Hi,
Yeah, I'm
Jay.
Bye
Jui, and
bye.
currently I'm taking strategic copywriting as a module,
Okay.
and I'm majoring in advertising and brand management. This is
Mhm.
my semester 3 currently.
Yeah, Ju
Yeah.
is joining us from another copywriting class actually. So there are two different cohorts. One is in Taylor's Curriculum Framework 2 and one is from the original one. All right. So anyway, glad to see you here.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So Sharon, Ting Wei Chin says, sorry, can't open my cam now. Also from Bachelor of Business and Advertising, she says, she says hi. We have another Kayen, Lim Kayen, Kayen Lim. Are you there?
Hello, Miss.
Hello. All right.
So I'm currently on my SEM 2. I'm same with Ellen, the Bachelor of Business,
Okay.
and I'm just taking this as a free elective.
Okay.
Right. That's
Nice to meet
fantastic. All right. Thank you so much. And we have Sharon. Are you there?
Hello,
Hi.
Hi.
Karen, and I'm from Sabah, Malaysia, and
Hi.
I'm majoring in events management, taking creative copywriting as my elective, free elective.
Okay.
All right. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Okay, Vanessa, we went with you already, right? Just now I forgot. We did, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right. Sorry, old age. Okay, Xiaowei, are you there? Xiaowei, I'm not sure if on or not.
Hi, Miss.
Yes.
I'm Selva, and I'm majoring in advertising and brand management, currently taking strategy copywriting as part of my core module.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
also joining from the other class. Thank you for coming. Right. And we have Kasiu. Kasiu, Kasiu, are you there?
Yeah, Miss. I'm Casio and I'm majoring in event management and I take
Right.
copywriting as my free elective.
Right. Nice to meet you all. All right. Yeah, I see you on every week anyway lah. Okay. So thanks so much, guys. All right. So I guess that we have been acquainted. So maybe I can pass the floor to Mr. Selva for his first lesson today out of 4, the ABCDs of advertising. So today is A is what about the brief.
Yeah, answering the
Yes, okay. So the basics of advertising and copywriting, being a copywriter himself, working so many projects. So he's going to lead and guide us through the ABCDs that you should know, all right, before any copywriting project. All right, thanks a lot. Take it away, Silva.
Thanks, Miss Z.
All right.
Let me see if you can play it from here. Can you guys see the screen? Is it appearing?
Yes, yes, it looks great.
Okay, thanks.
Oh,
So
do you
yeah,
need?
just a
Sorry,
quick.
sorry, Selva. Do you need to play the sound somewhere? Do you have any sound in the slides? I forgot.
Yeah. There might be one.
Okay. So
YouTube.
maybe you can unshare and then share again. When you share, there is a include computer sound on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. So unshare and then click include computer sound, and then it will work just fine after.
Okay. Yeah, I clicked on it now. It's
All right.
installing. Ooh,
All right.
Anna.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think it's time installing sound, so it's taking time.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, for the group anyway, if this is your class time, I will share the CAMS code in the chat box. Okay, so just fill up your attendance accordingly. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Oh, somehow you are in two different. Okay, now I cannot see a slide.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Sharing is paused until we return to the shared window. Hang on. Okay.
Okay.
Let me share
Okay.
again.
Okay. Share and include computer sound. All right.
Now?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Now?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, so hi guys. As Miss has mentioned, my name is Selva. I'm a graduate of Taylor's University. Long story short, I actually was studying finance and economics when I first started my uni education. And a few years down the road, I actually had, I'd say, eye-awakening moment, and when I realized that, okay, I would like to do something very creative. And that's when I came to Taylor's. And yeah, meeting nice teachers like Miss Z, and Miss Leila, and so many other teachers, I got the opportunity to actually pursue what I really like doing, and now have the opportunity to work at the place and do the work that I actually like doing. So I'd like to just share a bit with you guys, just give you guys a bit of a heads up on what the industry is all about. For those who are going to enter this industry, yeah, you will know the working process. And for those who are not, you will at least learn a bit of skills on or methods on how you can craft your ideas that would help in your respective fields. So yeah, with the ABCDs of advertising, they are quite straightforward. You learn how to answer the brief, brainstorm, craft your work, and also deliver the executions that are required. Executions are basically, if they need a print ad, they need a TV, they need a radio ad, then those are your executions. So yeah, this is what we're going to learn today. It's basically how do we decode the blueprint of any kind of creative campaign. Down the road, we will learn about brainstorming. So I'll bring you through that. Then same thing with crafting. That's in the third week, and then finally, it's you being able to execute it and bring your work to life. So yeah, we'll go to the first one. It's called answering the brief. What is a brief? When any one of you come into the field, this paper is something you're going to see a lot. You're going to see this a lot, whether you are going to be a suit, whether you're going to be a creative copywriter, whether you're going to be a designer, or whether you're going to be a planner. You will see this paper a lot because all programs, all campaigns pretty much begin with this paper. As mentioned before, your brief is your blueprint. It's literally, if your idea is a house, then your blueprint is a brief basically. And that's what we want you to see and want you to kind of understand, because once you know how to decipher this, everything else kind of falls into place. So just a bit of breakdown on what we do here, right? So if you see the top part, that's your project breakdown. It's essentially going to tell you in structure wise what's happening and who's behind this and what's the project all about structurally. You will usually see your client, then the product, if your client has multiple products, brand, because that's also different from the client. Client sometimes is the people who owned it, not the brand. If let's say, um, let me take a local brand. Okay, like McDonald's Malaysia, right? They are the brand. The product might be your Big Mac. but the client is the company that owns this brand. So in Malaysia, it's Gerbang Alaf Sarian Berhad. Those guys are our client. Then, of course, budget, very important in kind of knowing how you're supposed to craft your ideas. What are your limits? Obviously, this is important for black and white purposes, where you want to know when the client issued the brief and when was the brief in itself issued and who did it. So this is usually done by your suits. Then this is where you guys come in, right? Internal resources. Traffic are your project management people. They are the ones who are going to keep track of your project works that you're going to do. And then they're going to make sure that there's enough resources. So let's say there's a certain work you need to do, right? Like a print ad. For a print ad, you need a copywriter and a designer, right? So your traffic will say, okay, this is one single print ad. It's going on all newspapers, just English. I will just get one English copywriter and a designer. That's it. Then of course you'll have the creatives. These are where you guys come in. Some of you might even go to the account management side. That's the client side of things, where you are the person who deals with the client, right? You'll be doing a lot of that. And planning, some of you guys would like to be the ones who strategize the idea. So you guys might be even there as well. Then the brief. Anytime you see this overall, the first header is usually the big picture. What's the campaign all about? What is it that the client wants? But sorry, more on what the brand and the product is all about. Then comes the what. The what is where you know exactly what is it the client wants. Do they want a print? Do they want a TV? Do they want you to do a do they want you to do an activation on ground, on timeline? Very important to know when your campaign is due, because that's the amount of time you actually have to just spend on the work, right? And appendix is just additional infos. So I think it's, you guys would want to straight jump into the action. This is where it's all going to begin. As part of our course, the best way for you to learn about writing or advertising or about the industry as a whole is to pretty much do what we do in the field. So I thought what would be interesting is that if we had a brief for you guys that you will work over the next 4 weeks, and at the end of that, you would have pretty much done a mini advertising campaign on your own. And that could be some form of portfolio. It could be some form of experience that you can use down the road. And we would like to start off with this brand. How many of you guys here know sneakers? Just either say it out loud or you can just message in the group chat. How many of you guys are sneakerheads here? Nobody? Nobody's a sneakerhead?
Looks like all girls, Selva.
Fine, sorry guys.
Usually all guys are with the sneakerheads, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Then this brief is going to be very interesting and challenging for you guys. Um, Basically, Nike Dunks is considered one of the more famous shoe products given by produced by Nike, right? And long story short, what happened was back in 2020. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm just gonna give me one moment. Sorry, yeah, you're basically we're doing another shot, so that's why they were just asking if we can set it up. The thing is, with where did I leave off? I think
2020?
at the Nike. Yeah, sorry. Basically, what happens is that in the 2020s, this shoe has kind of had a resurgence. Even the last 10 years, it wasn't. And now that it's coming back, they're going to do a big launch with it. It's coming in the 11th of June. And yes, this brief is basically going to just explain to you more about what the shoe is all about. And here is also more additional info regarding the shoe, what it does. One key factors you got to know is how you want to break down the brief, right? So when you see on your left and on your right, you'll see a lot of this information that's revolving around the product. These are the products features that you kind of need to highlight. If it's one of their most iconic silhouettes, right, then your mindset has to also change already. Okay, this is one of their hero products. That's a term you use in advertising. It's like for Toyota or Honda, let's say, or for McDonald's, right, Big Mac is like their hero product. That is their main go-to burger. For shoes, there's always one. Each brand will have one. Maybe for BMW, it's their 5 Series. Every brand will have a hero product. Like for the Volvo, it's the XC90. So you already need to know where the importance of this product comes in play. Why this is important is that during your homework or when you're going to answer the brief, you're going to have to kind of do research on what the shoe is all about. So if it's the same guy who designed Air Jordan 1, then you kind of need to understand, okay, does it have the similar impact that Jordans have or not? This shoe was released 30 years ago, so it's a pretty big deal. It's a legacy shoe. Mostly used last time for basketballers in college. And then over the years, it's become a skateboarder's shoe as well. But now it's also coming back into just the normal pop culture, like people are wearing it normally. So with that said, we know the design. It's a two-tone shoe. This one specifically is called Game Royale. So it's a Nike Dunk High Game Royale shoe. You need to understand this product. And of course, we'll go to the next slide. Let me see. Yeah. So you can kind of see the story of it as well.
In the history of silhouettes, the Dunk is a forgotten stepchild that winds up being great.
Athletes, skaters, punks, hip-hop kids, the Dunk was this democratic shoe.
The Dunk has sort of gone away, come back, gone away, come back.
It's a shoe that's actually lived 4 different lives and one amazing journey.
Mid-'80s was the last golden era of sports.
It had set the stage for college basketball to be the most important form of college athletics. And the Final Four became one of the biggest sporting events in America.
The scene is the 1985 Ncaa basketball championships.
It was the first time for the company having all 4 schools wearing Nike.
The afternoon second semifinal game pits the nation's 2 top-ranked teams against each other, St. John's and Georgetown.
That game featured 11 future NBA players, stars like Chris Mullin and Patrick Ewing.
I was a fan of Patrick Ewing before he even got to the NBA. Georgetown was an all-black team, and you rarely saw a black coach. I think that captivated all of America.
We all watched the Final Four in our living rooms, but in the arena, it was electric. There's nothing like young energy.
The way that they paint their faces and go crazy in the stands.
There were Nike executives in the building. They were like, how can you roll that team mentality, that crew mentality into sneakers?
They took what was happening in the stadiums, and then they took what was happening in their shoes, and then they put 2 records together and did a remix.
2 weeks before the launch, Nike was literally pulling shoes off the production line to make changes. But in all that chaos, the Dunk was born. The Dunk, the most exciting shot in basketball. It basically is a Frankenstein of 3 of the best basketball shoes that Nike had at the time: the Legend, the Terminator, and the Jordan 1. Most of the shoes back in the 80s were white. They were very simplistic. The Dunk was one of the first shoes, the color block, where you had big panels of the shoes that were blocked off as signature colors of the school that they represented. The result is a campaign called Be True to Your School. It featured apparel and dunks for 12 different schools.
I'm pretty sure I ripped out that ad out of Sports Illustrated or something and like put it on my bedroom wall. The only way that I could come close to these heroes that I was looking up to was getting the shoes on their feet.
I would have saved the money I can spend for back to school for the year for my dunks.
wasn't just basketball players out there hooping and dunks. It was kids that were going to games that wanted dunks because that was their school. Be true to your school went beyond just the original schools. I mean, take me for instance. I was at Xavier University in New Orleans, Louisiana. Our school colors were gold and black. There wasn't a dunk for our school. We were a small NAIA school. But that Iowa dunk, it wasn't Iowa dunks to us. It was Xavier. You felt like you had a shoe that was your own.
The dunk didn't get the full justice that it deserved because Nike had this huge blockbuster on their hand with the Air Jordan 1. It totally eclipsed what the dunk could have been.
In a concentrated way, the Jordan shoes dominate the market. And this simpler utilitarian dunk shoe, you kind of forget about it for a while.
The dunk disappeared. It was like, I was gone, so what? Like next, Jordan 2, Jordan 3, Jordan 4.
You would go hunt out at whatever bargain stores.
They were in the bargain basement, in a bin.
There's a lot of similarities in what basketball players and what skateboarders need. Flatter soles, grip.
They were made of leather, they looked like Jordans. All kids that were skating in New York were like, this is it. And that was the rebirth of the dunk, as a skateboarding shoe.
Yeah, so I hope this gives you an understanding about the history, the legacy, and the cultural impact of this shoe, because that's going to help influence the idea that you're supposed to think of and come up with. Yep, that's a bit of a mood board to show you what the shoe looks like. This is the one that's coming out on June 11th. And here is the brief where the what comes about. We need to create a 360 campaign, but a mini one, very simple deliverables. We have 3 things we need to do: a print ad, a 30-second radio ad, and a 30-second TV ad. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys to go and shoot and everything, because I know that's going to be a lot of work and there's too much to do in such a short time. All you need to do is write a script. So it's more focusing on your writing, how you craft your work, how you think of it. But your print visual, of course, you can mock up a design, and of course the work that goes on that is also important. Just these 3. Now, for more information on what the shoes are all about, you can basically click on these links. I will also share the brief to Miss Z, so that Miss Z can also share to you guys. Then you can click and really dig in more information. But basically, Google is your best friend. So far, I think it's quite clear on what we need to do. But I would like to ask you guys, are you guys aware what needs to be done? What's a print? What's a key visual? How a radio ad is done? How a TV ad is done? Do you all know the basics?
Not for the radio and TV ad, not yet. It's like a little bit far down the road, and after the, what do you call that? Midterms, yeah. After Raya lah, yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's okay, Miss, to show them a bit of this? No,
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Maybe I will run back and cover that with them later as well. Yeah.
For this one, what I'll help is I also help teach a bit on the radio, because it's just crafting, just writing. So for now, don't worry, guys. You don't have to do it right away. This one's something you can do in your 3rd week. For now, I just want you guys to learn how to understand a brief. So it's quite straightforward, Your mission, should you choose a subject, is to break down the brief. What does the client want? These are the 3 questions you really need to ask. What does the client want? How do they want it? And what is the idea? So why this is important is because for next week's class, I want all of you guys, your teams, your respective teams you guys are in, to come up with a simple deck that answers these 3 questions. I just want 3 slides only. What does the client want, right? So from this, what you understand, when I mean client, don't think of what the client wants as in, okay, this is what I think they want. No. What I mean is, what is it that you want to give to the client? Like, what do you think if you do would be what the client wants? Is basically, I want your thinking. I want you guys to give your expression. How do they want it is basically how would they like to, if it's a radio ad, how do you think they want that radio ad to be done? If they want a print or key visual, how do you think they want that to be done? And what is the big idea, right? What is your campaign going to say, right? In these three things you're going to do, your print ad, your 30-second radio ad, and 30-second TV ad, what is the story you want to latch on to, you know? As you saw, right, the shoe has so much legacy, so much history, so much culture. So what is it from there that you want to take out from, add your own spin to it, and then sell as a story? Just these three slides. Anyone has any questions so far?
You guys, if you have any questions, do unmute yourself or you can ask in the chat. Okay, so in case anybody is confused and so on, we do, just Selva, if I can clarify, okay, we do have already our first assignment, which is the packaging. This is a workshop. So think of this workshop as a tutorial or a reflective exercise that can help strengthen your writing skills, okay? So yeah, so if but your participation will help sharpen your skills, and later on will be able to add on to your assignment outcomes, right? Okay, so that's what Mrs. Selva is here for. Okay, any questions, guys, for this?
Is this to be done individually or as a group?
As a group, usually have you guys had a group already, or you guys are still working individually?
For now they are working individually.
Okay, then can have it individually, perfectly fine. I sorry miss, I teringat dah macam
It's okay, no worries, no worries.
Yeah, individually is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So each one of you guys just have to think of what is it that the brief needs to do, right? What does the client want? How do they want it? How we want to bring this idea to life, and of course, your big idea. So for now, you don't have to write anything. You don't have. I mean, you don't have to craft anything. Okay, let me share you one of my existing work, so you will know what I'm talking about. What I'm looking for as an initial starter deck lah. Okay, so if I would take this, yeah, this is another pitch I'm doing right now. Let me just share. No pictures, guys, because if not, it's my head on the line. But basically, Enfagro, you guys know, right? This is a global brief that we are doing. So we are working with a bunch of different agencies across the world, grey agencies across the world. We've got a bunch of guys from London, New York, India, also us, Malaysians, and then we are working to launch Enfagro in a bigger scale at the Indonesian and Australasian market, like Indonesia, the Polynesian countries, and then after that in Australia. So what we wanted to do is to come up with, okay, what is the main idea lah? Now this is pretty much close to us finishing already. I'm just going to show you exactly how we start off. You don't have to make it too fancy. It can be very simple. Just write. When we say, for example, what does the client want? Just put a slide, right? And it can be as simple as this. The client want, and it's as simple as trying to understand, okay, the client wants to sell shoes, but how you do it is the question lah. So I want you guys to explain how is it that they want to sell the shoe, and how do you think the shoe should be sold. Just one slide on that. And then when we go to how do they want it, it's as simple as just trying to execute. Well, they want something that's edgy or modern, and I want you guys to give me a reference lah, just show me a reference that you guys think works well for your idea. The idea here is just trying to give you an understanding of what that process is all about. If I'm going to get a brief, how do I then break the brief down, try to think of the idea, and of course a single slide to just share what is your idea all about. So if let's say your idea is Ncaa, so it's or is this high dunks, right? Game royale, right? Let's say if the main idea is royalty, for example, then big idea is royalty, what does royalty represent? Or I'm trying to elude class, I'm trying to elude status with this shoe. That is your rationale. Just that three. So then next week in our next class, we can discuss together. Individually, I want you guys to present and I'll ask questions lah, like why do you say this? Why do you think this is the way it should be done? Why is this your reference? And then see where your thoughts are coming from lah. So I hope it's a fun exercise to do. Enjoy, do your own research, and then you can figure out more.
How long did they have to do this? Do they need to present it to you, Selva?
If they can, next week, Thursday, right, is our next class. So if they want during that class, then they can just share. You know, it's just 3 slides. Each person can take about 5 minutes, and then go through your ideas, lah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So, yeah, should be great. We do have a few minutes. Or would you like me to put everyone in a breakout room so that they can work out some ideas or share ideas? And then you might wanna, maybe they're shy, so maybe you guys can bounce off ideas of each other. There's, I think, about there's 21 of you. Maybe I can put 5 people in 4 rooms, in general, so that you guys can maybe discuss with each other first, and myself or Mrs. Selva will jump into the rooms, and maybe you can ask questions or maybe think of something, even though you're doing it individually. Maybe we can help if when it comes to your ideas. Is that all right with you, Selva? We have about 20 minutes more to the end of class, so we'll use that time for you guys to maybe just work into it. So, right, I'll just automatically assign to people. Wait, hold on. I'll just create the rooms right now. Okay, so there's room 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is sort of like a workshop thing. So I'm just gonna add 4 people to room 1. Okay. Okay, to room 2. Okay, and just give me a minute. Room 3, and all right, and assign to the 4th room. Okay. So, Selva, would you, I'll start the room. So you guys, I will give you guys about maybe 5-10 minutes to discuss. So maybe myself and Mrs. Selva will, move around. I'll assign Mrs. Selva to any of the rooms to talk to you guys. And then we'll come back to the main room later. Okay, so I'll just start the rooms. If you're wondering, would you want to share the link of the slide onto the chat? Yeah, so they can have it, so they can refer to it. Okay.
Miss?
Yeah.
Share the deck.
Okay, are you shared to me, right? So, yeah.
I share kat dalam ni sekarang. But
in the chat,
kat sini kan?
in the chat, I think so.
Where do I type in the chat? Oh my god, so
it's okay. This is Teams, so it's a little bit different. Okay, let me just gather from the. Is it on the WhatsApp? Got it. Okay, okay, I'll just copy. It's on the chat. Okay, sure.
I'll just have the director for friendly.
Okay, sure. I'll leave them to their rooms and I'll jump in, and feel free to jump in too. Okay, so I've sent. Okay, I'm gonna send everyone in their rooms, and I'll come back. You can come back in a while.
Thanks, Miss.
Okay.
Hey, Miss, I'm back. box.
Hi, Selva. Sorry. I was just visiting each and every room, just forwarding all the information needed. Okay, so maybe I'll just I basically told them to do a research on the dunk shoes, and then maybe come out look at the features, look at the benefits, look at whatever uniqueness that they think they can craft as a big idea, and so next week we can further explore the idea lah. Hopefully, all right. So I'll just add them back to the room. We have about 5 minutes more. If you have any closing remarks or whatever, feel free to let them know. Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss. Thank you.
No worries, no worries. I was just moderating them. It's okay. I'll just close the room and get them back in. All right, most of them are back in the room already. We have four more students, I think, slowly closing in. All right. Okay, guys, so that was a short exercise on brainstorming, I guess. So let's just leave it to Mr. Selva whether there's any last words before he ends the workshop for today and what's to be expected for next week.
Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I hope I was clear enough. If anytime you guys need questions, you can always ping during the call, like, just raise your hand or anything. Or anything, you can always ask Miss lah. And you need to ask me, so you can ask to Miss or anything. I would love to give my email, but it's just that there's a lot going on already, and then it'll be hard to reach out. Maybe.
Okay, maybe they can forward to me the questions, and then I can forward to you, and we'll address it in the next session. Yeah. So if anybody, you guys can DM me any questions for Mr. Selva in regards of this exercise. So remember, this is a workshop to help you raise your creative skills. So yeah, if you have any questions, I will help forward and we can discuss it further in the next class. Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Miss. Thanks, guys, once again for the opportunity. It's exciting, it's fun. I'll be learning as well, just as much as you guys are learning.
All right. All right. Thanks so much. If there are any questions before we end the session for today. All right. Okay. So if there's any, if you're shy, you can type it in the chat. Also can. No, so far I hope you guys had a good first exercise. We have another 3 more sessions where Mr. Selva will be with us, so hopefully next week you guys can share some ideas that you may have about this exercise, about Nike, about the dunk high, right? So we will be meeting next week, and for my actual lecture, I will be sharing it in the Teams in a while, so don't worry, you won't miss out anything. So Mr. Selva, I would love to see you next week. We will all hopefully go to the B of the ABCDs of advertising. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Selva.
Guys.
Thank you, everyone. Right. So for those of you who have other classes, please feel free to, exit. But thanks anyway for coming in. Look forward to the next session. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Miss. Thanks,
All
guys.
right. Enjoy your shoot today.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions? Please pass it to me so we can discuss in the next class. Yeah. Right. Just in time. Almost 2 o'clock. Thanks, Elva. Really appreciate it. See you next in the B class, B workshop.
Bye.
Right. Tata.